Right from here. Selamat ya başa çıktı.
Selamat.
Well, Shalom, Israel. This is the Isupk Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City. Since 1969, been teaching the truth of this Bible. Okay? The truth of the God of this Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh is his name in the Hebrew. Okay? And who he truly is and what he says in his word, which is the King James Bible 1611, which includes the Apocrypha. All right? And he has a chosen and special people. His chosen and special people of the 12 tribes of Israel. Always will be. Forever. Okay? And that shall never cease to exist. And those people are the so-called Negro, the so-called West Indian, the so-called Haitian, the so-called Latino, the so-called Hispanics, the so-called native indigenous people of North, Central, and South America, the so-called First Nations of North, Central, and South America. Okay? You make up the 12 tribes of Israel. That, making up the 12 tribes of Israel, okay, you have a responsibility. Okay? You have a duty and a responsibility to where you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. All right? Because you are joined unto the Most High. And we're going to talk about that joined unto, specifically about the Levitical priesthood. Okay? Our brothers, the so-called Haitians. Okay? Which is very, very important to us as a nation. They are our brothers and sisters. They are us. We are those people. And we see an atrocity happen to them today. All right? Okay? All these current events that are happening and sparking up, and it's affecting our people. All right? Like no other, because the Most High is calling us back. So let's take that opportunity and come back to the Most High. All right? I'm going to queue up a couple of videos and stories. Okay, but first, let me grab this here. Let's see. Oh, I'm right here. Most High in Christ. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. All right? Okay. Okay, a lot of people may have seen those stories or those pictures today. Okay. Of the U.S. Border Patrol on horses with whips, beating the Levites, God's chosen people. Just imagine that. The people of Moses and Aaron sitting there beating them on horses. Okay? The atrocity, the disgust. To have something like that happen to our people, we should all be in an outrage. All be in utter utter prayer to the Most High to seek vengeance, man, for our people, to do something about it. We should be working to do something about it, right? So we're going to go into Levi a little bit. I'm going to go back to that precept. Okay. I'll go back to that precept. Before I do that, I'm going to go in a little bit on this priesthood. Okay, get this here. Leviticus chapter 1, verse 7. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire upon the altar. All right? The sons of Aaron are the priests. Okay? That's the priesthood. All right? And specifically, the name Levitical priesthood, right? All right? Leviticus, all right? Or Levi translates to lawyer. That's where you get the word law from. Okay? Or lawyer. A lawyer, they stole that from us. Okay, because this tribe is called lawyer. And a lawyer is one who studies in the law, who perfects in the law, who teaches the law, who defends the law. That's what a lawyer does. Right? That's what your lawyer does. He defends you based on the law. A prosecutor, a lawyer, okay, speaks on the law. All right? These people study the law of the land, the law of America. And they took that from us, our custom, our culture, lawyer. Lawyer, those are the priests who perfect in the law of the Most High. And the Most High says, he is joined unto me. Meaning these are the people that speak for the Most High. The law is the word of the Most High God. And these are the chosen tribe that speaks on their behalf. And just think the feeling. Just think the mindset of the Most High right now. Just think of it. Okay? Our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Jesus Christ, seated at the right hand of the Father. Just try to empathize and feel the pain that he must be feeling for his people. Seeing that his people are beautiful people, God's chosen people, the people that he came and died for, being beaten with whips. I'm talking about defenseless people holding bags of food that they have to sparse out throughout months, if not years, as they travel all the way through Central America to get to the U.S. border. That's all they have in their hands. Flip-flops on their feet. Cut off jeans into shorts. T-shirts. And these bastards roll up on them on horses with whips in their hand. And these are God's chosen people. The sons of Aaron. The brothers of Moses. Okay? The sons of Moses. Moses' people. Moses' tribe. And they're joined unto the Most High. Why are they joined unto the Most High? Why are they considered to be joined unto the Most High? Why are they considered to be joined unto the Most High? Most High. What? Salaki, y'all. This tribe had a specific duty and a specific responsibility. Shalom, a specific responsibility, man. A specific duty that they have. And this ain't nothing light. Right? This ain't nothing light, man. What they did and what they do. get that tribe Levi. Okay. You can understand specifically their position and connection to the Most High. Now we're all called to the priesthood now, as our king came, as the high priest, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So he made it to all 12 tribes are now part of the priesthood. Okay. But that spirit, all right, the tribe of Levi, they still have that spirit, man, of the priesthood. Okay? Like all the tribes. It's lock here. Here we go. All right, Salakia. This is Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 483. I'm gonna show y'all the clips. And we're gonna go over that, the clips, the video clips, and read the reports of what's going on at the border in Del Rio, Texas, the border of Mexico and the United States. Okay. But here's going in on Levi, right? Levi, Loya, Jacob's third son by Leah. Okay. And Levi is known for what he did with his brother when his sister was raped. When their sister was raped, they had a plot. Him and Simeon, okay, thought up of a plot to get vengeance for their sister. All right. And they told all the heathens that wanted to be with Israelite women, specifically their sister, that they had to get circumcised. So while they talking to him about the circumcision, went ahead and talking to them about the circumcision, went ahead and had them circumcised. And while they were healing from the circumcision, went ahead and slaughtered all of them. Those two brothers went ahead and slaughtered all of them, man. Okay? All right? Now, okay, has to be in accordance. What was off about it was they did not get their counsel and order from their father. All right? Okay. So that's that day. Okay, here it is. 3 things merit attention. His name. His mother named him Levi, Loya, at birth. The hope that Jacob, his father, would now be joined. Okay, all right, the term joined. All right, and like I was saying, it's joined unto me. All right, and even though she gave that name, thinking that it would help her, that's what it's saying here in the precept, help her to join on with Jacob. Okay? However, that name, the significance of it is so powerful, It's specifically speaking of being joined unto the Most High. Being joined unto the Most High. Okay? Because of their duties, because of their responsibility. All right? They have the priesthood in which the high priest go to the high of highs. Okay? The holy of holies. And puts his life on the line for it. Is willing to die for what he does. And that was for the people, for the 12 tribes of Israel. The high priest had a specific and high role. I'm going to read that. Okay. His nature, duplicity and righteous indignation. His potential nobility. Okay. The reason why it's talking about nobility for Levi here is because of that priesthood. All right. That's why when you read in Peter, it talks about a royal priesthood. That royal priesthood, that's nobility. That's because of your lineage of your forefathers. So you take that up. You automatically born into this family. A Levitical priest, a priest from the tribe of Levi, could not marry a woman that was not a virgin. That was a sin. These brothers was on point with it to where only them could carry the Ark of the Covenant. Only the Levites could set up the temple, could work in the temple. And that was their job, full and full, all in all. That's why all the sacrifices, when they sacrificed all the meat or gave fruit sacrifices, it went to the Levitical priesthood. Because those brothers didn't have slaves. They didn't work over here or had these gardens or fields or what have you. They specifically did the work of the Most High, which was special. Okay? Meaning they were fully locked in. All right? Levites, the name given to the descendants of Levi. The relevant fact may be set forth thus. Levi, okay, and it goes back over it, all right? Let me just get here. Okay. All right. Levi's descendants to receive a special status in Israel. Okay. Once again, they didn't have to work or go to a slavery. Their focus was on this temple, on worshiping the Most High. Right? Let's see. All right, here we go. The divine selection of Moses and Aaron, who were descendants of Kohath, one of Levi's 3 sons, obviously conferred upon the Levites an honor that was recognized by the other tribes. Levites, as a tribe, their place and privilege and responsibility in God's plan. The event, slack it. Priests and Levites. The Mosaic legislation made a sharp distinction between the priests and non-priests or ordinary Levites. The priests must belong to Aaron's family. The Levites belonged to a larger family of Levi. A priest was a Levite, but a Levite was not necessarily a priest. Priests were consecrated, all right? Meaning they were brought into the priesthood, okay? You had to be of a specific family. Like I said, Aaron's specific family, lineage. You had to come specifically from Aaron to be a part of the Levitical priesthood. All right? And that's the so-called Haitians. The so-called Haitians are the priesthood. So what's happening right there on that border? The Most High seeing it, and he's watching it. And you better not side with America in no shape, form, or fashion, because the Lord is going to seek vengeance. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You think that's going to just slide? You think the Most High going to let it slide? And I got y'all girl too. I got y'all girl lined up, the soundbite of Kamala Harris, and what she said, how she feels, okay, about our people, about our brothers and sisters, how she feels about them. You know how she feel about them? She tells them not to come. That they ain't worthy of this truth. They don't belong here. Okay? Joseph Biden will execute the fullest extent of the law to get them out of here. Meanwhile, just weeks ago, last week, a couple of weeks ago, they've been bringing Afghanis over here from the terrorists, from the war-ridden area of Afghanistan, bringing them over here in the hundreds, in the thousands, in the tens of thousands. Every city now. Every city now. Here in Syracuse, they just did a special report on an Afghanistan family here in Syracuse, New York. Here in Syracuse, New York. Just, oh, we thank America. America saved us, saved our family, this, thus, and that. They look at the Haitians and beat them with whips. Beat the Haitians with whips. How disgusting is that? That goes and proves and shows who God's chosen people are. The most hated. The ones that truly need help and salvation. Okay? The heathen stick together with other heathens to make sure that they rule over us. And make sure that they rule over us, man. That's a horrible thing. That's a horrible thing that the Lord does not call. He does not want that to happen. And he's going to seek vengeance. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And it's going to happen. All right? Okay? All right, let me get in here. Here's a section about the tabernacle. We are currently in the Feast of Tabernacle. Okay. All right. And of course, this book right here is Rose Book of Bible Charts, Maps, and Timelines by Rose Publishing. Okay. So it's Amalek and Esau, they families putting together this book here. Okay. All right. So they have precepts and things lined up, right? According to the precepts. But all their pictures and paintings, of course, they're going to have what they look like, Edomites. All right. And lie on the Most High. Okay. But I wanted to show y'all a couple of things since it's the Feast of Tabernacle and we're talking about the Levitical priesthood. As you can see here. Okay. It's the tabernacle because we dwelt in the wilderness when we came up out of Egypt. So we dwelt in the wilderness coming up out of Egypt. And as you can see, the tabernacle is in the center of our dwelling. This is the tabernacle here. All right. And around the tabernacle was the 12 tribes of Israel. And it was set in order, a specific order. Okay. You had 3 tribes on each side. All right. Okay. And the tabernacle was built in a particular manner and set up in a particular manner where the sacrifices were done, where the washing, the cleaning was done. All right. And then you had the part where it was the Holy of Holies. And only the high priest can go in this area of the Levitical priesthood. You got children of Aaron right now on the border being beaten with whips. Violation of humanity. Inhumane. A violation of humanity happening to the priest of the Most High God, man. All right? Because you know we come back. So if we come back, it's brothers out there being beaten by some bastard, some devil on a damn horse on the border, as they just asking, can we please have a place of rest, a place to stay, a place to live? They noticed that you just took the Afghans. You just took all the terrorists. You just took the people of Osama bin Laden. Can we have a place of rest? And then they tell those people to go back to Haiti. They got planes. Joe Biden spending more money than ever to get planes and fly the Haitians back to Haiti, telling them to go back where you come from. When who made Haiti the condition that it's in? Who made it stricken with violence and poverty? Who did that? Who just done that? America did that. Taking all the resources out of Haiti continuously, not giving it to the people that live there. They work there enslaved for pennies. Pennies on the damn dollar. All right. Okay, I want to show y'all something here. As you can see, this is the meat tree, right? It's the meat tree. You see how they try to put an Edomite here, but it don't fit. Because why is this puffed up like that? You see his meat tree is puffed up and high off of his head. Okay, you see the opening there? That's because that's his hair. And there's an opening in his meat tree. Who rocks meat trees like that? With the opening in their meat tree. All right? First off, they lying on themselves. They telling on themselves because this has to be a brother because that's an afro. So that's an afro. And who has the opening in the meat tree? Who does that? Who wears war scarves or things where the head is uncovered? The crown of the head is uncovered. Who does that? The Isupk. We are in the same spirit, following in accordance to all these scriptures. All right? That the Most High set out for us. Salah. Okay? All right? We got the breastplate on. Burning the incense. And a censer. All right? Got the breastplate. Each jewel on the breastplate represents a tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel. And he rocking it around his neck. Who rocks gold chains and jewels like that? Come on, man. This is our people. This is the so-called Haitians right here. Okay. All right, this is page 150. This is page 150. The garments of the high priest. The priest dressed first in a tunic and mitri. They're saying it's like a turban. It's not a turban. All right. Okay. Some people get it confused, but it's not like the Elamites' turbans. It's wrapped a different way. All right. It's wrapped tighter and cleaner. Those turbans that you see on Bengali Gali, that's loose and I don't know what the hell how they do that, man. Okay. The mitri had a gold plate or crown inscribed with the words "Holiness to the Lord." All right. Okay. Let me see here. It's like everything you see in the Isupk is done in the same exact spirit. That's done in the same exact spirit. When you see a brother with a headpiece on, he's always got some inscription on it. Like mine's right now, it says the Isupk. All right, we rock some that got the Hebrew in it. Right? That's got the Hebrew in it. Breaking down the scriptures in the Hebrew. All right? Saying certain things. Kwam Yasharala, Yasharala. All right? Or our tribe. Here we go. The Urim and the Thummim were kept in the priest's pocket over his heart. as objects used to determine the Lord's will for his people. All right, here it is, right here. That's the dice. All right, that's the Urim and the Thummim. That's dice. All right, the die. They kept a Urim and a Thummim, meaning the two. And they would cast it, like casting lots. They would throw the bones. They would throw the dice. If they had to make a decision, and they would keep it in a pocket on their chest. And they would throw the dice out based on an issue, all right, for the people, for a brother and sister dealing with a matter, and they would cast the lots. And that was of the Most High, right there. Okay? Okay, so these are different things, man, just to show our glory, our righteousness, and how these brothers was attached directly to the Most High. Okay? All right? Okay. So say some of these privileges that they had, right? Okay. Could only be occupied by Aaron and his sons. They alone were the priests. Okay. All right. Like I was saying, like these brothers could not deal with a woman. Say for instance, a sister became a widow. They couldn't take her as a wife, right? They couldn't deal with women who had already dealt with men. All right. They had to deal specifically with a woman from their tribe, the tribe of Levi. And she had to be a virgin. All right. And because they came from Moses' family, they had specific privileges. All of them, even those that weren't of Aaron's descendants. And were given certain privileges bearing the most sacred of the tabernacle, meaning they could live in the part of the tabernacle and reside and stay in the parts of the tabernacle. Once again, their food came to them from the other tribes. Okay? They ate the showbread. They had peace offerings and fellowship offerings. Just so that, you know what I'm saying, that entire tribe was content, eating good, because the other tribes presented sacrifices or gave to the priesthood, and that's how they ate. Go back to this part here. All right. Okay, let's get into this here. Just want to go over the priesthood, and that is Levi. That is the so-called Haitians. Okay. Go to Genesis chapter 49 real quick. And get Levi. Genesis chapter 49, verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. All right. What's that talking about? Simeon and Levi, they're brothers. Now remember, when this prophecy is given in Genesis chapter 49, Jacob said, what does he say? In verse 1, gather yourselves together that I might tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Meaning now, as we dwell here in this hell, the Western Hemisphere, North, Central, and South America, these prophecies are going to show who each tribe is. Okay? Simeon and Levi, the so-called Dominicans and the so-called Haitians, live on one island, Hispaniola. Okay? And they reside on that island. And it talks about instruments of cruelty. All right? Remember what they did for their sister was these two brothers. Okay? And they dwell on the same island. And they have the instruments of cruelty that they have and deal with Salakia, are in their habitation is talking about the voodoo. Okay, and I always say this wrong. Saturnalia? Okay, which is another form of voodoo, all right? And voodoo is nothing but Catholicism. Catholicism and all these other heathen customs put together, okay? You put Catholicism mixed with it. That's why when you look at Catholicism, they do the same thing that you see in voodoo, okay? Okay? And Dominican form of voodoo, okay? All you see is the candles burning. All them candles burning, and this ancestor and that ancestor, this spirit and that spirit. And they'll go ahead and take, it's like someone is at the door. They'll go ahead and take an animal and sacrifice the animal and use the blood of the animal. That's on the left-hand side. Okay? That's on the left-hand side. Something similar to what we used to do. And the things that they used to do was that. All right? We used to have the sacrifices in the temple and sacrifice these animals according to the laws of the Most High. And the laws of the Most High called us to do it. And you got what's going on now, the complete opposite. Okay? But it's on the left-hand side. All right? And take that chicken and slice the chicken, and then be blood dripping all over the candles that's burning, and they blowing smoke everywhere, and got an article of this clothing, and just something ridiculous. Something horrible. That's the instruments of cruelty. Because it doesn't destroy anybody else more than it destroys them or us that use these things. And like I said, don't think that Catholicism is any different than voodoo. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The Catholic Church believes, they believe straight up, when you drink out of that cup every Sunday, you're drinking the blood of Jesus. You're drinking the blood of Jesus. They says it transforms into the blood of Jesus. It's the same concept, man. That's where all that witchcraft and wickedness come from. And we done took it up. Okay? All right? And that's one of the things and one of the ways you know who the 12 tribes are. Specifically, the Levites, the so-called Haitians. Okay? All right? Let me get that one precept that I had. I'll grab that again. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, Salakia, verse 7. Says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. That's what we seen today, man. And yesterday, when y'all heard this story, this foul and disgusting story that should hurt everybody, that should hurt everyone. He is so filthy and disgusting and abominable that all he can think about is himself and what makes him happy or what hurts him. He can't think of, oh, maybe I'm hurting another human being. Maybe this isn't right. He doesn't think like that because he has the mind of Satan. That's the oppressor, the colonizer, that U.S. Border Patrol. All right. They take Central American babies. When I say Central American babies, I mean the so-called Mexican, so-called Nicaraguan, so-called Panamanian, so-called El Salvadorian, so-called Ecuadorian, so-called Costa Rican. They take those babies and throw them in cages and give them aluminum foil as blankets. That is inhumane. That is disgusting. And when I say cages, I mean cages that look like dog kennels. Our people need to have some serious evaluation, man. Our people need to evaluate seriously on what and whom we should worship, whom we should follow, how we should come together, because this place is ridiculous. This is sickening. There should be no second guess that this person does not need to be a friend or an ally or trusted in any way. I'm going to show y'all here. We're going to get to it. Now, the clip that I have, y'all going to have to bear with me, all right? Because I have to go back and forth amongst the clip. I mean, inside of the clip. Here we go. So just bear with me, all right? Once again, I do not own the copyrights. I got that stated already. This is for educational purposes only. Okay? All right? And I don't agree or adhere to whatever is being said on the video. I'm looking at the video for the points of reference. Oh, Salakia, y'all. I had it queued up. Yeah, there we go.
This U.S. Border Patrol agent on horseback with a whip. All right, the El Paso Times reported the agent had swung his whip in, but any justice. I wish I knew this one particular U.S. border agent's name. Okay, but a picture was taken of this U.S. border.
Y'all see that? He has a whip in his hand. He has a whip in his hand. The U.S. Border Patrol has a whip in his hand. God damn. If he is not the devil, then who is? He's on a horse with a whip. Using it to beat this brother. What's in the brother's hand? He got a gun in his hand? Is that a gun? Because you know he's going to say it looks like a gun. That looks like a gun. He was in threat of his life, right? As he sits on a horse, has a gun on him, right? Has mace and handcuffs, has a bulletproof vest on. These sick bastards are cowards. Are straight cowards, man. This is who y'all voted for, though, right? This is who y'all voted for. This is your ally. This is the people that you agree with, that you love so much, that you gotta try to make a way with them. No. Look at these people. That's filthy, man. You can't tell me that's not grotesque. That's disgusting. The Bible literally says and prophesies this. The Bible prophesies this straight up. This is prophesied in the Bible. Prophesied in the Bible. Oh my goodness, man. Prophesied straight up in the Bible. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses. Why does it say servants? Because the U.S. Border Patrol, the colonizers, the oppressors, those of European descent are Edomites. And Edom was made and created to be the servant to us. This brother is of the nation of the priests. He's from the tribe of the priests. He is from the nation of the priesthood, of the kings and the priests that are to rule this earth. This man don't represent the law. That is grotesque and sick and disgusting. And I got the clip. Hopefully it's going to play clear. There's a clip of him actually using this whip. And he says,
Border Patrol agent on him.
And I think, I don't know if I got it. I think I'm going to look it up. The Speaker of the White House, I forget that monster's name, that dog's name, that said, I think it was her. Some politician said it was a horse's reign. It's the reign of horses. So we got to really check and investigate. Even if it is the reign on the horse, he's using it as a whip, as a weapon. to strike this brother. This brother doesn't even have shoes on his feet. He's then traveled hundreds upon hundreds of miles and has no shoes on his feet. He doesn't have a gun in his hand. He got a bag of food in his hand. What threat does this Haitian have? What threat does he cause? What's he doing that's so horrible? Let's see here.
A horseback with a whip. All right, the El Paso Times reported the agent had swung his whip and charged his horse at people trying to cross, shouting, "Let's go, get out now, back to Mexico." A Reuters report described the law enforcement officer using a lasso and whipping it close to the face of a migrant. You know, I remember South Carolina.
Another part of the clip. Here we go. Here we go.
Deportations are underway as the crisis at the border reaches a boiling point.
Thousands of migrants, many from Haiti, are now waiting to be processed by U.S. immigration agents at this.
Y'all see that in the background? See them under the bridge? They're not on this side of the bridge. They're on this side of the bridge. And all these are Levites. Now, this is how much honor and respect and dignity our people have. They didn't just say, you know, we just going to scatter once we hit the border. We're going to go to California. We'll go to New Mexico. Y'all go over here to Texas, this part of Texas. We'll go over here to the North Texas while y'all go to South Texas. They didn't do that. They said, we're going to congregate in one location. That way we can show respect and honor to the United States and ask them if we can be refuge here in the United States. You just took in the Afghanis. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, without a doubt.
Spending days on end dealing with heat and hunger. But it's shocking images like these here of border agents on horseback running into crowds with women and children that has the White House facing backlash over its handling of this situation.
Border Patrol.
Did you see it? Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it? He raises a lasso.
And hunger. But it's shocking images like
these people is hungry. Feed them. Feed them.
these here of border agents on horseback running into crowds with women and children that has the White House facing backlash.
Look at him, watch him lift it up.
Border Patrol insists no harm was done, though an investigation is underway.
No harm was done. No harm was done.
Agents on horseback running
this
into
one
crowds
right here
with women and children that has the White House facing backlash over its handling of this situation.
Look at
Border
that.
Patrol
Lift his arm up
no
to hurt
harm
these
was
people,
done,
man.
though an investigation is underway.
And as you're doing this in water. You're doing this in water, man. You whip somebody in water? So the possibility of them drowning? Here we go again. Let's keep it going.
Saki had to say, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Listen to what she had to say.
There are photographs and reports of border agents on horseback using what appear to be whips on Haitian migrants. Does the administration view that as an appropriate tactic? Can you speak to that? There are people who are upset about it.
Yeah, understandably so. I've seen some of the footage. I don't have the full context. I can't imagine what context would make that appropriate, but I don't have additional details. And certainly...
Y'all ever notice when something happened to our people, to blacks and Hispanics, it's always, we don't have the full story yet right now. You ever notice that? We don't know really what happened. We got to do a thorough investigation. These people are born rapists, man. They born rapists. That's what a rapist says, right? A rapist always says, well, we don't fully know what happened. Right? Or those that agree with a rapist. We don't know what the child, maybe the child is making this up. We don't really know. We got to do a thorough investigation. We got to look into this. Yo, that is sick. That is sick. You mean to tell me you are the representative for the White House? You speak on the behalf of the president. You're the Speaker of the House. Not the Speaker of the House, I like it. The spokesperson for the White House. For Joseph Biden. For the president. You don't have no idea what's going on. You don't know nothing. You ain't seen no news. Nothing. This dog. This piece of trash.
There are people who are upset.
Yeah, understandably so. I've seen some of the footage. I don't have the full context. I can't imagine what context would make that appropriate, but I don't have.
And she knows it's wrong. She says, I don't know what context would make it appropriate. So why would you say I don't have the full context? Why would you say... Why would you say you don't know, but it don't matter that I don't know, because that should just never happen. So why would you say it in the first place? Why would you even speak like that? Why would you even think like that? Think to speak of something. You're inhumane. These people are cave dwellers, man. They are monsters. They beasts. They speak with a forked tongue. Words be smooth as butter, but in their heart is destruction. Paraphrasing the precept.
Have additional details, and certainly I don't have additional context. April, I don't think anyone seeing that footage would think it was acceptable or appropriate.
Jen Psaki, White House press secretary. She says she's seen some of the footage. She doesn't have the full context.
Here's another clip, man. Yeah, here we go. That's who y'all voted for. That's who y'all voted for.
It states illegally, you will be returned.
Pronounce this guy's name. Oh, damn. Listen, Homeland Security head. How you pronounce it? Alejandro Mayorkas, Homeland Security head, was asked about the photo yesterday. Do we have what he had to say?
If you come to the...
Now, this is possibly a brother, man. This is possibly a brother. This is a brother who hates immigrants. And this is a brother. This is a brother from the northern tribes that can't stand Mexicans and Haitians. This is for you brothers and sisters that assimilate. You belong with them. When the Most High seeks vengeance, oh, you getting it too. You getting it too. You eating nice right now. You eating nice right now. You got a nice dinner. You got a nice little house. You comfortable. You done sided with the bastards, the colonizers, the conquistadors. You done sided with them and became a traitor to your people. And ain't nothing worse than a traitor, man. Nothing is worse than a traitor. Listen to this bastard.
United States illegally, you will be returned. Your journey will not succeed.
Everybody keeps saying that. United States illegally. The United States illegally? The United States illegally. God damn, man. What the hell is wrong with y'all? America was taken illegally. This is stolen ground. The crimes have not been brought up. Justice has not been done. The Mexicans' land was stolen from them. It's called Texas. It's called New Mexico, you dummies. You heartless beast. You eat babies, damn it. You eat babies for dinner because you're heartless. And look at you traitors siding with the monster because you're so weak, because you're so fake. You go and vote for these people and side with them. You should be ashamed of yourself right now. You should be highly ashamed of yourself.
And you will be endangering your life and your family's lives. This administration
What do you mean you endangering your life and your family's life? What is he saying? What kind of threat is that? What kind of damn threat is that? What is he saying? Anybody? Somebody give me something.
Is committed to developing safe, orderly, and humane.
And humane? Hold on, let me run this back. Let me run this back, y'all. Run this back just a little bit.
It's illegally, you will be returned. Your journey will not succeed, and you will be endangering your
Damn, that's pretty harsh. That's a harsh one right there. You will not succeed. Once again, we done said it. What does it say on the Statue of Liberty? It says something on the Statue of Liberty, man. It says something on the Statue of Liberty. You said something to the Afghans. Let me get this, man. Here we go. I ain't making it up. Here we go. This is what Biden says to the Afghans. Biden set aside $500 million to fund unexpected Afghan refugee needs. He set that aside. Joe Biden has authorized up to $500 million from an emergency fund to meet unexpected urgent refugee stemming from U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, including Afghan special immigrant visa. They get special immigrant visas. What's a special immigrant visa? What is that? Okay, all right, let me get to it. They're saying that.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to the images coming from the southern border? Get them under control.
Woo! This is what he's saying to us. Sensitive. This is what he's saying to us. This is what he's saying to us, man. This is what he's saying to the Hispanics and the Haitians.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to the images coming from the southern border? Get them under control.
We'll get them under control.
Get it under control or you have it under control? We will get it under control.
Oh, we will get it under control. That's how you deal with it. That's how you deal with them niggas. You get them niggas under control. Don't y'all worry about it. We're going to get them niggas under control. They're a little out of hand. They too much out of hand. We'll get them niggas out of control. We'll get them. We'll get it under control.
What's your reaction to the images coming from the southern border? Get them under control.
It took a moment for them to respond. We don't get $500 million? We don't get special visas? Can we get a special immigrant visa? They don't have to take no test. The Afghans ain't got to take no test. They get a special one. I bet you they getting all the food stamps. All the WIC. I know I sound like Pops from from Friday. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Yeah. I can't eat nothing. That's what Pops was saying. We can't eat nothing because the other nations going to eat everything and give it to the other nations, man. And they look down on us. They look so down on us. They say we the ones on the welfare and we the ones messing up the economy because we the only ones on the unemployment and the food stamps and the WIC. That's all us. When we only make up 13% of the population. So if we only make up 13% of the population, obviously the vast majority of people who are on welfare or food stamps or receiving social service benefits are other nations. Now, these heathens that came over here, these Ishmaelites from Afghanistan, they about to eat it all up. And you know what they also want to get? They're going to get all the loans. All the loans. That's right, Joseph Knight. He talking about all of Israel. We'll get it under control. We'll get it under control. Like it's nothing. Like the men, women, and children not being beat down there by whips. Men on horses with whips as the border patrol. You sick bastards. You sick, disgusting bastards. But because you got to deal with the heathen so that you can rule over us, you going to put them heathens right over us again and again and again. Them Afghans going to have every corner store, every gas station, every 7-Eleven. Come again. Hurry up and buy spot. Hurry up and buy. Yeah, I'm talking disrespectful to them. You give a damn about them. Nobody cares about our feelings. Because you people are disgusting, man. All the heathen rage. All of them mock us. But not a dog shall wag his tail against the... Oh my goodness, that's coming, man. That day is coming. Now COVID going to hit more. You think you thought last winter was cold when it iced over in Texas? You thought that was something? All right. Watch the power of the Most High come.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to the images coming from the southern border?
Get it under control.
Get it under control or you have it under control?
We will get it under control.
Wow. Ain't that sick? Ain't that sick? Ain't that sick? Okay, let's see what happened. All right, I was looking for that. There we go. Hold on.
Madam President, the crisis on our southern border is bad and getting worse since Joe Biden became president.
Oh! Whoa! 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 Y'all heard that? He said it's bad and getting worse since Joe Biden became the president. Okay.
200,000 migrants crossed our southern border, the second month in a row that we've seen the number that high. Since President Biden raised his right hand and took the oath of office on January the 20th, Customs and Border Protection has stopped more than 1.2 million border crossers. That's nearly triple the total number at this point in the Obama administration, and more than 8 times the number of migrants stopped at this point during the Trump administration.
Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me see if it's the... Okay. I was trying to see if there was a marking.
The contradiction between the Biden administration's 2 different approaches. On one hand, the administration is saying it's too dangerous for Mexican nationals to visit family in Texas or shop in our stores because of the virus. But on the other hand, the administration is allowing 1.2 million migrants.
Okay, this guy's an idiot. I'm trying to find where he said somebody made some specific statement. All right, let me get this. It's locking. Okay, let me play this video for y'all here.
The White House condemned U.S. Border Patrol agents on Monday who were seen using a whip-like cord to block Haitian migrants carrying supplies into the U.S. from Mexico.
All right, when they say the White House condemns, they say the White House condemns the U.S. Border Patrol officers for doing this inhumane act. They're not giving the names of these Border Patrol officers. Did they fire them? Did they take away their job? Did they arrest them? Because if I go around with a whip in my hand and I'm whipping anybody, a citizen or a non-citizen, I'm going to jail. These people should go to jail. What do you mean condemned? Ain't nothing been done. This happened 2-3 days ago. And it's been happening.
The White House condemned U.S. Border Patrol agents on Monday who were seen
Didn't
using
I just say that, man?
cord
They're doing this in
Haitian
water.
migrants carrying supplies into the U.S. from Mexico. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said she had seen some of the footage, calling it unacceptable.
We just saw this footage. It's horrible to watch. I just have to get more information on it. I can't imagine what the scenario is where that would be appropriate. I'm certainly not suggesting that, but we've just seen the footage earlier this morning.
Reuters drone footage captured hundreds of mostly Haitian migrants crossing back and forth between Ciudad Acuña in Mexico and the sprawling camp across the border in
Yo, I don't know how you can't say, how you cannot say, who doesn't read the Bible and not see that these people are Israelites? You cannot read the Bible and say that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are not the Israelites, that the Israelites are some Jewish people over in the Middle East somewhere. You cannot say that and read the Bible. If you really read the Bible and look at the condition of our people, I'm talking about the imagery. Let me play this real quick.
It's horrible to watch. I just have to get more information on it. I can't imagine what the scenario is where that would be appropriate. I'm certainly not suggesting that, but we've just seen the footage earlier this morning.
Reuters drone.
Does this not look like Israelites? Does this not look like a scene from the Bible? Like you're not reading the Bible? Are you not reading the Bible? These people are crossing over on water from over one border to the next. Like the Red Sea, like the Jordan River, like this. I don't know who could deny. There is no way you could deny when we say that blacks, West Indians, Haitians, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, First Nations. I cannot understand how you cannot say that these people are not the Israelites. It is absolutely prophetic. Look at this imagery. Look at the imagery and tell me that these ain't the children of Israel, man. Tell me straight up. Ain't no way.
Footage captured hundreds of mostly Haitian migrants crossing back and forth between Ciudad Acuña in Mexico and the sprawling camp across the border in Del Rio, Texas, to buy food and water that was short in supply on the U.S. side. Reuters witnesses saw mounted officers in cowboy hats blocking the path.
Look at that. Look at them swinging a whip.
The use of horse reins swung to threaten the migrants. At the White House, Psaki was pressed over whether disciplinary action would be taken.
Is it the president's stance or the White House's stance that whoever these border agents are using what seems to be whips on migrants, that they would be fired or at least never be able to do that again?
Of course they should never be able to do it again. I don't know what the circumstances would be. It's obviously...
Why is there a circumstance? Why is there a circumstance? If something happens to a white person in America, if a white girl in America is missing for 3 hours, everybody is notified. Everybody is notified. You get an alert on your cell phone. There's something on the radio. There's a commercial on television. They post it on the damn highway, on billboards on the highway, on the they have something, little traffic signs, the electrical traffic signs that give you a note based on emergency. It says emergency alert, Amber Alert, missing, white female, was last saw in a white pickup truck with her Uncle Tony. They go nuts. There is no ifs, ands, buts, or about it. They care about their people and their people only. They are not human beings. And this is happening to the Levitical priesthood, to the royal priesthood of God, joined unto me. Our brothers and sisters are called joined unto me. So they're not offending just the Haitians. They're not just offending some niggas from the Caribbean islands. They're not just offending some spicks, some wetbacks from Central America. They're not just offending them. They're offending the Most High God. And what happens when you offend the Most High God? What happens? Does he let it? Does he just let it go? He don't just let it go and just let it slide. He ain't like this piece of trash dog right here. He not like this funky smelling dog. She looks like she just stinks. Like she reeks of a funky odor. And he just so stupid and dumb. Doesn't even know how to speak eloquently enough to be a spokesperson for the goddamn White House, for the president. She's a piece of trash that doesn't know anything. That's stupid. She just admitted she's dumb. Oh, we just seen it. I don't know. We don't know what to do.
Be able to do that again.
Of course they should never be able to do it again. I don't know what the circumstances were.
How can you say, of course they shouldn't do it again, but I don't know what the circumstances are? That is every white person's, that's just how they talk. Don't they talk like that? I don't know the circumstances. They must have did something. Those niggers must have did something. Those Haitian immigrants, whew, they're causing too much problems. Kamala Harris told you guys not to come. Joe Biden said the fullest extent of the law, stop crossing the border. Just stop doing it. We told you, we warned you. We don't know the circumstances. Maybe there was a threat. Maybe they had machetes in those boxes of food. Maybe there was guns in there. Maybe there was a threat to those U.S. border. Maybe they were protecting themselves. Romans chapter 9. I'm going to play this while I get it.
It's obviously horrific, the footage.
U.S. Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz said the incident was being investigated to make sure that there was not an unacceptable response by law enforcement. While visiting Del Rio on Monday, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said the long reins are used by mounted officials to, quote, ensure control of the horse, but also vowed to investigate the facts.
So we that dumb, we never rode horses before. We never seen people ride horses. The reins are used to control the horse, yes. Right? But whenever you take something that's meant specifically for the purpose in which it was instructed or created or made, right? If I take a garden hose that's used for gardening, and I go down the street and I bang it upside somebody's head. That's not called a garden hose in the court of law. What is it called in the court of law?
To quote, ensure control of the horse, but also vowed to investigate the facts.
How come it takes long to do this investigation? Because you're sick. All right. Romans chapter 9, verse 22. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessel of wrath fitted to destruction? Yo, there's Edomites are fitted for destruction. They're the people that it's prophesied in the Bible. It even says it in the Zondervan Compact Dictionary. It says that Edom is set. He's the only nation receiving no promise. I'm paraphrasing. And he's just set for destruction. And it brings it up right there. So why everybody just sits around and says, well, how come they can continue to do it? And they don't even care. They feel as if, since nothing has ever happened to us, that was 9/11. Since nothing ever happened to us, nothing will ever happen to us. We can be the way we are because we just rule and control over everybody else, and our way is perfect and the best. All right. Okay. All right. Most High is going to send it. He is going to send his wrath because you think that it's not time. Verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. Right? He is going to destroy the vessels that were built for destruction. Edomites, Ishmaelites, Elamites, Hamites. He is going to destroy them and put us in our rightful position. That is what the Bible just prophesied. We see servants on horses and princes walking on land, being beaten.
The camp under a bridge spanning the Rio Grande has become the latest flashpoint for U.S. authorities seeking to stem a flow of migrants fleeing gang violence, extreme poverty, and
What? What? Every time they speak of us, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Because remember the El Salvadorians, MS-13, or the Ecuadorians, or the El Salvadorian. Oh, they gangs. Oh, they're bringing gangs over here. Trump, they're bringing gangs. They're a bunch of rapists and murderers. All they want to do is rape and murder. They're gangbangers.
Come the latest flashpoint for U.S. authorities seeking to stem a flow of migrants fleeing gang violence, extreme.
Gang violence? Gang violence? So a gang? A gang? Okay. Gang violence just walked through Central. How far? Let me get that. Yeah. Pops right up. It pops right up. Do y'all see that? That's 63 hours in a car. Let's see walking. Do y'all see that? That's 923 hours walking. Y'all might be like, well, why didn't you pick Panama City? Okay. Because what happened was, let me get here. If I can pull up the map. What happened is that the Levites went ahead. Let's see, Haiti. Okay. That's what you say when you speak to a Levite. You say Haiti with an A-Y. It's more of a respect term. Okay. They got on ships and came, oh my goodness, got on boats and rafts and went through the Caribbean Sea down to Panama City, down here, okay? Went through Venezuela, all right? Came to Panama City, and from Panama City, walked all this way, traveled all this damn way, traveled all this way, okay? 923 hours. 923 hours, right? And you saying that was a gang. That was gangbangers to do that. What gangbanger is traveling? Come on, man. You people are sick. You people are disgusting and deplorable. Let me see. Here we go. Salakia, y'all.
Poverty and natural disasters in their home countries. Hundreds of...
Oh, Salakia, okay. They saying leaving the gangs. Okay. The gangs, extreme poverty, and natural disasters. All right, Salakia. Because you know they're going to twist it. They're going to say that anyway. That the Haitians ain't nothing but gangs. Nobody won't blow back up. Who created that? Who created extreme poverty in Haiti? Who created that? Who created those gangs? All those gangs are political gangs. They're political gangs. Y'all see that? I didn't even finish typing it in, and Haiti pays France. Haiti still has to pay France. So they're impoverished because they still have to pay France. They got to pay millions of dollars to them every year. They got to pay millions upon millions of dollars every year. An estimated $21 billion today. They still paying France that they beat. I'm going to ask this question if anybody knows. Anybody can answer, right? If anybody knows this, okay, then why y'all for staying with me? Anybody knows this right here? Did the United States receive anything from Haiti? Did the United States receive anything from Haiti? When Haiti beat the French, Toussaint L'Ouverture and Jean Pascal, when they beat the French, when they beat Napoleon, what happened in America? What happened in America?
The migrants have been turned around on the Mexico side, leaving uncertainty whether they'll be deported on flights organized by U.S. authorities. Majorca.
Y'all see that? These planes are going back to Haiti. Joe Biden, the president, your president, you ain't black. You didn't vote for him? You ain't black, nigga. You ain't as black as Joe. You ain't as black as Kamala Harris. I hope you wearing your pearls and your Converse Niles, your Sue Whoops and AKs and Ooh Beebs and Bop Bops, and y'all hope you're dance stepping, you dumb sketch and fetch niggas. Because all that's happening to our brothers and sisters, they putting them back on planes to fly them back to Haiti. While they had the planes in Afghanistan fly to America. Get them out of the war in Afghanistan. Why don't you get us out the war that you created in Haiti? You people are sick.
Gus said he expects between 1 to 3 daily repatriation flights back to Haiti.
3 flights a day back to Haiti. That's millions of dollars. That's millions of dollars. Why not just let them come up in here, right? Do it the proper way. Do it the right way. Because they're great people. Oh my goodness. You ever met a Levite? They some strong workers. Have great work ethic. Have great loyalty. A respect and dignity like no other. Because they come from the royal priesthood. They are the children of Moses. They are the children of Aaron. They are the children of the Most High God. Join under him.
And stressed in a news conference that if individuals try to enter the U.S. illegally, they will be returned.
Y'all some sick people, man. Get up out of this. Okay. Oh, okay. So lucky, y'all. Let me see if I can find what the sister said here.
Who has been down in Central America. She met with some leaders, I think, in Guatemala and Mexico. And she had this message for folks that were considering making the journey for asylum.
USAA is...
That's what y'all favorites said. This y'all blackity black sister said, ooh wee, who ain't nothing but a white woman and an Elamite.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come.
Whoa, whoa! I thought she was Jamaican. I thought she was a rude guy. I thought she was from the islands. Thought she was a yachty. Thought you had the flag with the yellow cross through it. Huh? Because every Jamaican calls Haitians their cousins. I'm not making this up. They look at Haitians like they're cousins. They call them that. They say those are our cousins. So if you're a real Jamaican, which you're not, your great-grandfather was a slave owner, plantation owner in Jamaica. However, if you claim to be a Jamaican and your father's a Jamaican, why would you tell the Haitians that they can't come? Why aren't you defending the Haitians? Because those are your cousins. Those are your people.
Do not come. In this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek.
This was her in Guatemala a couple months ago. About 4 or 5 months ago.
To the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come.
You tweeted some criticism of that, and I guess just to give the sort of defense of it and get your reaction to it, right? I mean, I think the thing that people in the administration would say, or...
Guess who y'all should have had as y'all presidential candidate? Blacks and Hispanics, y'all should have had this sister lined up. Watch what this sister says. This is sister right here. She's from the tribe of Ephraim. She's one of us.
Or others is that, look, it really is a very dangerous journey. It can be awful for the people that undertake it, and you want to kind of not create an incentive structure that creates more of traffic in these corridors that can be so dangerous. What's your problem with phrasing it that?
Well, I think the issue here, and first of all, I think this is not just about the vice president. This is about the Biden administration's immigration policy writ large is not working. It's wrong and it's inhumane. It's rooted and he inherited it, but frankly, this was also a problem not just inherited by Donald Trump, but inherited by Barack Obama, all the way back to the creation of DHS and ICE under George Bush. But I think one of the issues here in saying that is that Guatemalans and Central American and South American immigrants know that this journey is dangerous. This is not something that is lost on them, and this is not something that I think we need to inform them of. They take that journey knowing that they may die. And the reason they or anybody would take a journey knowing that they may die, is the same reason why a person who is stuck in a burning building may elect to jump out a window. Because they know that their conditions back home in Guatemala, there are femicides that are happening throughout Central and South America, and there's a great deal of political violence, etc. And people leave because they believe that they have a greater chance of being targeted.
The sister bringing it out. She said femicide, which is there is like a political thing to where they just going out and killing women, right? Hating women and killing women. Okay. And the sister said political. It's political violence. Who creates that political violence? Who assassinated the Haitian president? Who assassinated the Haitian president? Politics, man. Politics. Politics that was set up by who? The Europeans. And continue to rule over their countries, over these places, using politics.
Killed, and murdered, if they stay, then the odds of them being killed if they go on that journey. And so they know that this journey is dangerous. What we, as a country, what the United States has not done is actually own up to the fact that we have contributed.
And one thing I like what the sister did was she pointed out that Kamala Harris isn't speaking for herself, but the
regime change,
but the Joseph Biden administration. We voted for President Biden. When I say we, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Outside of the truth. Voted for President Joe Biden with the idea that Kamala Harris would be our representation. She will speak to Joe Biden on our behalf. She would push for legislation on our behalf. She would bring in the immigrants on our behalf. Because they got her saying, this is a clip of her saying, what's going on at that border? This was about, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? What's going on at that border is inhumane. And they stop her right there and show that clip right there. Don't come. Don't come. She's inhumane. She speaks for them. Y'all dumb. We were dumb for thinking that we could vote that person in office because Kamala Harris would be our representation and our voice, and she wouldn't let us down. Y'all didn't even get a sister like this that's always been on the same stance.
Change, destabilization, and interventionist foreign policy that has contributed to these awful conditions throughout Latin America. And the reason that it's a problem, and this is not just U.S. supporting regime change, this is also climate policy that is impacting the global South disproportionately, even though these farmers and these folks in Central and South America contributed to climate change the least in terms of their carbon emissions. They are experiencing the ravages the most right now and first. And so U.S. climate policy has contributed to this. U.S. foreign policy, U.S. economic and trade policy has helped contribute to conditions that people are fleeing. And we cannot, as a country, no matter who it is, continue to show up in Latin America and say that this is their fault or that they are to blame, right? Because this seems like almost a precursor to say, in saying that we are going to allege that you are coming to this country illegally when seeking asylum on our border is in fact legal, and use that to predate any violence that we are willing to inflict on immigrants as a deterrent. And this is policy that happened during the Trump administration, but I want to be clear that this is policy.
This sister is going in. She said it's legal to seek asylum. We just seen that. We just seen it. With the people they was at war with. The United States at war with Afghanistan. So we gotta leave. So they leave. Everybody get mad and say, hey, but you're leaving those Afghans over there. That's not right. So he go back over there, puts them on planes. Puts the troops back over there to make sure that they can get on the planes. Put them on planes because they're seeking asylum. Go ahead.
One of the things that I've seen recent was that there are people that's coming from other countries seeking asylum, political asylum, by the way. They're getting it. But they're also being labeled, you know what I'm saying, as Mexican. They're being labeled, you know what I'm saying, as, you know, the same people that they're preventing from coming in to the country, of course. And the second piece that's so crazy about it, or as you could say, bizarre, is that they have to have like certain things with their residency, of course, lined up as well too. But you know, they're just kind of like all over the place. They'll enter here, you know what I'm saying, in Canada, like from Canada, you know, in California, and they find their way over here to the East Coast, doing all sorts of stuff. So it's just, you know, to see what's happening, how they're denying, you know, access and giving it to someone, you know, somewhere else. And then it's underneath, oh yeah, we let, you know, people coming from here, but it's not actually that people.
And it's like the people that they let in, right? Or that they agree with, the nations that they agree with, those people would be at higher risk.
Yeah, because they're at war with them.
Right, Afghan would be at higher risk than
Russia,
than a Mexican, than a Haitian, right? An Elamite, a Pakistani, an Afghan, when they cross over like they always do at Niagara Falls or through Canada or however they get over here because America just opens their arms to them. The Germans, the Russians, the French, right? Nobody cares. Nobody says anything. There's no stopping that. The Chinese was coming over here during the COVID-19. How do you think the COVID-19 traveled through? Because the Chinese was traveling everywhere. And everybody opens their arms to them. But the people who are the hardest working people, most dignified people, respectful people, honest, that means and shows and proves that we are the people of the Bible. We are God's chosen people. There is a significant difference between us and them. Mexicans, Haitians, El Salvadorians, Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Brazilians, all those people at the border, there's a strong difference between us and all those people they just let in. Give us your tired and your weary. Give us your wretched. And give us your poor of poors. Give us the dirtiest people you got. We'll open our arms. That's what it says. That's what Statue of Liberty says. She opens her arms to them.
Policy that happened during the Obama administration as well. And the caging of immigrants.
During the who? The sister says Obama administration. She's acknowledging Obama, and she's a Democrat. Put them in cages. Put them in cages. I will never forget that, man. I will never forget the time I watched that debate between Joe Biden and Joe Biden going in. You got those people in cages. You're doing this to those people, those migrants. You're so inhumane. You're wrong. You got those people in cages. Donald Trump said. They said, you want to respond, Trump? He said, yeah. Who put them in the cages? I said, woohoo! That's all he had to say. You built them. You started this.
Was very much documented, and it was asserted in many ways, along with many of the other inhumane policies, as a deterrent to say, you know, if we are cruel enough, maybe people will think twice before coming. And this, at its core,
that is the American way. If we are cruel enough, if we murder you enough, if we beat you enough, maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get that we don't love you. And this is biblical prophecy. Scriptures straight up show and prove that they hunt our steps. that they literally hunt our steps, that they have a confederacy against us. They conspire to destroy us over and over and over and over. We that hoe that just loves going back to that abusive pimp that just beats us and beats us and beats us, throws us out, and we still just want to live with you to be beaten by you. And that's it. That's biblical. That's why we have to have nothing but brotherhood towards each other. Nothing but brotherhood towards each other. To bring this out, it's a lot. We got to be the ones to bring this out, man. To have nothing but brotherhood towards our people, man. Because nobody else will. They are known to be cruel people. They will always be that. Who said, what does the Most High say? How can you make straight what I made crooked? He just said it here in Romans. I created them for destruction. Even though I'm long suffering, doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. And when I do it, you will see my power. That's beautiful, man. We're going to see the power of the Most High. These people continue to be inhumane to us. To us. All right? Okay? And we're going to let the Most High do his work. So we must have brotherhood and come together and show the Most High that we're worthy enough to be taken out of this filthy, disgusting rat hole. This foul place that is going to burn. Babylon, Babylon, the great is falling. Babylon is falling. You can see it right here. And with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Thal Wumgabal.
Isupk security announcement. We're at Isupk started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under leadership of Commander Junior. Roof for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into a school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to show themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew. My Isra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the Treasury Department. Priest fund for your offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, Feast of Tabernacles currently until Tuesday the 28th, followed by the Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah. It is going to be November 28th. That's Sunday, November 28th, for the span of 8 days. That's to be found in 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 5. It's like in 52 through 61. With that being said, don't forget to check our bullets aboard the back. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing our black boots, shirt, pants, headband. One courage salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim, Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barakatah.
So, one courage salute to the sisters. Amajim, Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba Hashem Yahushai. Yes, Matah, class dismissed.